What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I want to give a shout out to our moderator and subscriber, Brother Keith, for alerting me to this buffoonery, which is concerning the no talented one, zero skills, zero education, but somehow famous for doing nothing, Blac Chyna. And this is the era where people can be famous for not doing anything. Amber Rose, Kim Kardashian, Blac Chyna. This is the decade of the no talents. Sorry guys, I was born in the 90s. And you actually had to have talent when I was coming up. Moving right along. Blac Chyna recently did an interview with SiriusXM Hip Hop Nation, which I obviously feel that they're bums. And the reason why they're bums is because I'm the one hosting it. But she talked to someone about raising her 3-year-old daughter, Dream, without help or child support from Rob Kardashian. This is what she's been saying about Rob. He doesn't pay child support, he doesn't assist. And not only does she have a baby by Rob, but also another child by Tyga, okay? And someone asked her what her biggest flex in her career is, which, I mean, she doesn't really have a career. I mean, she's on OnlyFans for crying out loud. But her biggest flex is taking care of her kids as a single parent with no child support. Let me actually read it as she said it. Dang music! Just honestly taking care of my kids by myself as a single parent, but no child support. But that's my biggest flex. Now, this was a legal modification made not too long ago that Rob would have equal, support with the child. Fine. But when your biggest flex is taking care of your kids without the help of a man, that's telling me that this is low standards, okay? And let me say this. There are a lot of people in urban communities that feel like this. All right? That your biggest accomplishment is being a single mom. Like, taking care of the kids by yourself. The problem with that narrative is those people who feel like that, I want you to look at the black community of today. All right? Now, I'm not saying that women are all at fault for this, because we have brothers out there who have said that they were going to step up and be fathers and take care of women and take care of the kids, and then they don't. So I can't put the all of the ownership of the problem on women. But if your mentality is this, you're going to have a baby and have a child, and all you want and your biggest accomplishment is taking care of your kids by yourself, then I want you to look at how your kids perform against other kids who actually have both parents. We'll look at a few communities here. Look at the Indian community. The Indian community, no woman will ever say, you know what, the biggest flex of my career is having children by guys that won't commit to me. So me raising the kids on my own as an independent woman, doing battle by myself, that's my biggest flex. If you want to look at the Chinese community or the Jewish community, or let's even look at other black communities, the Nigerian community in America, you'll never hear this. Successful people and parents are smart enough to build communities around their families, right? And you cannot have a community without a family. And a family typically, and I'm talking about, in my opinion, the traditional ones, with the man, with the mother, and the children. The children have a better chance of succeeding. They have a better chance of going to college. They have a better chance of becoming CEOs. Like if you look at all the billionaires, Bill Gates recently lost his father. His father was a tax attorney. Mark Zuckerberg's father is a doctor. Your child has immensely more opportunities. So when you're proud of the fact that you raise your kids by yourself, you're also proud of the fact, in my opinion, that the statistics are going to show that you're proud of failing your children. And for me, I think that when you take pride in communities that fail, or communities that can't even be established, that's not the children's fault. And I think a lot of times in the community in which we're from, we're dealing with parents that are selfish. Not commitment to family. Like you even have women, and some are on this, well, we'll leave it alone. But they'll knowingly get pregnant by a man, had no intentions of being with the man long term. They wanted to become single moms. And then they'll sit back and talk about how these men are not anything. They're nothing. But they chose this for themselves. And I think in Blac Chyna's life, Blac Chyna is a woman that doesn't want to be committed to any man. All right? Now, there are sisters out there, granted, who I believe became single mothers believing that this man was going to be there for them, and then that didn't work out. I don't have as much disdain for people that do that. Like, if you are the person in the black community that the guy was supposed to be there with you, he switched up on you when you got pregnant. I do know that happens. I don't have much of a problem with that because you at least believe that this person was going to be supportive of what you're supposed to do with your child. Fair enough. But you have women like Blac Chyna who want to be the alpha and the omega. They don't even want the man to really have a role. You want to raise the kids your way. And can we be honest here? Blac Chyna is not going to raise children that go to, that do well in life, if you ask me. Because look at her mother. Her mother was a single mom. Look how she turned out. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have single parents that can't produce children that are effective. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. But Blac Chyna is just not one of them. All right? Blac Chyna is not in the position to do that. And what happens is you get a lot of children who suffer behind the foolishness. And you get people robbed of their destiny. Like, think about this real quick. When you want a person to become a future business owner, a person that works in the community, that builds a black community, that builds urban communities, that can work with people, it's hard to do it when you don't have both parents. Just like on the continent of Africa, just like in America. If you don't have resources to give children a chance, and I'm not talking about resources are not always financial. A lot of these resources are intellectual that you pass down. If the parents are not bright, the children really have no chance. Okay? The children need to be they need to be pushed with hard work ethic. Things that need to be done in life to be successful. When you're like Blac Chyna and you've gotten to your fame and a way of thoughting it up, it doesn't create wholesome environments for academic children. It just doesn't do that. And a lot of women have that are like Blac Chyna are having low standards. So when you have low standards like that, you don't mind who the baby daddy is, because all you really care about is doing it yourself. You want to be the one that raised the children, but you don't care about those children being effective. That's the problem here. And that problem is going to be in existence. It's going to be very, it's going to be there. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So Blac Chyna, thank you People like you make it worse on taxpayers. It makes it worse on the community. The children suffer because you're selfish. That's all I gotta say about that. It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Subscribe, hit the bell. I appreciate you. Go to the first comment pinned to the top. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for the channel. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. All of that in the first comment. Don't forget, vote for your favorite manosphere YouTubers. First comment pinned to the top. And guys, as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.